the Elton John movie, Rocketman.
I liked it. It was You didn't?
I thought it was okay. I have problems with it, but I love.
Oh, I have lots of problems.
I really liked parts about it, but I really hated parts about it.
Well, I've had problems with this movie since it was cast. When I heard Taron Egerton was gonna play,
not right fit.
No,
I agree with you. When I heard
he was gonna play Elton, I was like, this dude's ripped and square jaw. He's got this pointy nose.
The voice isn't right.
Yeah, I'm like.
And that's the biggest part for me is the voice.
Yeah.
Rocket Doodle Man.
Now I know.
So Stevie. Rocket Doodle Man.
I know you can't have someone that sounds exactly like him, and
that's okay.
If
and
I
Elton
was the
John
actor,
had a big part of this, so he like picked him and stuff. I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
And if I was making this movie, I would want the actor to be singing like how they sing, like more than I want them to sound like.
He took so many liberties with like the tone and the pitch and stuff. And I didn't really like that, and it could have been, like, the concept of this movie, if no one's familiar with it, it's a biopic, so it's a story of Elton John, but it's also a musical, which could have been okay, but I don't like the way they handled it, because every musical number, pretty much, there might have been, like, one or two that was okay, but most of them were not enough like the original song, and there was weird parts, like Crocodile Rock, they did like a weird freeze frame thing, and I get why they did it, but I didn't like it. But yeah, I did not really care for a lot of the musical numbers. But that being said, we're shitting on it. But I loved the story parts. I loved the in-between parts. I loved everything they talked about him on drugs and stuff. And there were parts where I suspended my disbelief. I was like, okay, this is Elton John. But a lot of the movie, I was like, this is not Elton John. Most of the movie, I was like that. But there were a couple moments where I was like, that almost sounded like him for a second.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could have been casted better. I agree with Bergs. Let's see what people are saying.
Just cast someone that kind of looks like him. You know? Like, we don't need James Corden out there. But we need someone, like...
Yeah.
In between Taron Egerton and James Corden.
Is
there someone else?
Corden is there your pick?
Well, no, someone better.
In between that?
Better than him. Yeah, and someone who can sing better too. But like Taron, he can sing. Like
I'm trying to think.
I didn't like. I kind of enjoyed most of the singing going on. Like I didn't know.
Well, he can sing.
I like Taron.
He can sing.
And because of Kingsman, I like him.
But it's not... And when they were doing music, like, there's the musical songs, but then there's the songs that aren't a part of the musical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just, like, a part of the movie. I like those. Like, the sequence where he's writing... He's working in the lyrics into the music of... That's why they call it the blues, the Your Song.
Mm-hmm.
That scene was so good.
So good.
I would have liked a lot more scenes like that, and because I'm a huge Elton John fan, I love Elton John, I love his music, so I think that's why I wanted to see more authentic portrayals of the songs. But I get why Elton John had a big part of this, and he probably wanted to do something a little different, and he wanted it to not be the exact same. But I think a lot of his fans, like me, might have wanted... Although a lot of people love this. I think generally people love this. But I thought this was... I'm giving it a okay because I loved and hated it at the same time.
Yeah.
But
I'm right there with you.
But yeah, cringy. Some of the songs felt cringy to me. Like the first one is The Bitch Is Back, I think. And it's just like, I don't like how they're doing it. I don't like how they're doing this. I did not like how they're doing it.
It took, honestly, I had a tough time getting through the first half an hour of this because of the musical numbers. Like
the middle
is good.
The middle's the best part because there's a good stretch in the middle when there's no song.
Just acting.
But then the songs, there's a bunch of chunks in the beginning and the end when there's a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
And it's like, just give me the biopic. Just give me the story.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel. Anyway. But again, this could have been done really good if the songs were more like Elton John. But we've touched on that quite a bit.
We're hoping for we like Ray, right? You've seen Ray?
Yeah.
With Jamie Foxx.
It's been a while, but I have seen it.
Really good movie.
I gotta redeem Quiver Booty real quick.
Booty quiver, man. Quiver that thing.
Oh yeah, that's enough. That's your $500 booty bucks worth.
Ooh, laugh track.
Yeah, that's right. This is the set of Friends. Or Joey.
Then you definitely need the laugh
Anyway,
track.
yeah, especially for Joey. Anyway, G-Bergs 2. Do you want to quiver your booty? It's not for...
I'm not a doctor of the quivering booty.
He doesn't have to do it. Stevie's so demanding. Let's keep moving. Oh shit. Am I gonna hate Rocketman as much as I hate the Buddy Holly story? I don't know. You probably like it more than the Buddy Holly story because you really hate the Buddy Holly. Is that the one
with Gary Busey?
Yeah, I honestly kind of like it, but I get why Stevie doesn't like it. It's very not.
Wasn't
correct.
Buddy Holly like really short and Gary Busey's like 6'2"?
There's a lot of things that aren't accurate about it. That and a lot of like just the things that happen in the movie that aren't true. Like for instance, in the movie, the Buddy Holly story, they say that his parents like didn't want him to pursue his career, but his parents were actually very supportive.
Oh.
But they just wrote it in for drama.
Right.
But so things like that, and there's a lot of other things that aren't authentic.
Mm.
But anyway, I like it just because it's a fun story, even though it's not true. Some of it's true, but a lot of it's not.
And with Elton being so involved in this one, I hope all the drama of his childhood was pretty real. Which is fucked up. Like, that shit was heartbreaking. It was almost hard to watch with him and his dad and the shit going on. And then when he visits him as an adult, like, that was fucking hard scene to watch. That was intense.
Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, there's some hardcore bits in this movie. It's a serious, serious drama, and those are the best parts. Is when it's not the musical numbers, in my opinion, is when they're telling the story of Elton John and the things he had to go through, and like I like how they talked about like how they dealt with him being gay and how his manager was like, don't come out because it'll be bad for your career and we won't be making as much money. But then obviously, of course, he did come out and good, right? But I don't know, and I thought that was handled really well in the movie. And as far as just the storyline in general, I think, like I said, Elton John had a lot to do with it. So I think it's pretty realistic throughout, I would say, to my knowledge.
And it's like, there's so much going on here because it's like an amazing performance from Taron Egerton, but it's like it's hard to give him full credit because he looks nothing like him. So the whole movie, you're not really believing that this guy's Elton John, but you're believing his performance because it's so good, but he doesn't look like him at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's very well acted, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not crazy into this movie just because it's taken me out of it that he doesn't look like him at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, exactly. It takes me out of it too. I get that. That was when I first saw it too. I was right with you on that.
We're gonna talk about Robb Stark's character.
Who is that?
Robb Stark from Game of Thrones.
Okay, I've never seen that show.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm one of the few people that haven't seen that show.
His name's John something in this. The love interest.
Of this movie? There's a few love interests. Like the man?
The dude at the beginning.
Like the
not
manager man?
Not Bernie, yeah, the other one. That like smacks him in the face and shit.
Yeah, he's a dick, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Well, he's got like no character development. Like, it's like, why are you in love with him? Like, you saw him in a room and that was it.
Well,
there was no part where they're like obviously they're making out and shagging.
Well, that's why it didn't. I think that's why it didn't work.
Right.
So, sometimes it is just a physical thing, and you get caught up in it. Right.
That must have been.
I think that's what it's trying to show.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Anyway, I'm looking up Rocketman on Wikipedia. There's so much shit in the chat we gotta get to real quick. I'm gonna look at it first, actually. So, interview Portuguese, Inavista com Vampiro, interview with a vampire English. Yes. Rockadoodle, man. It explains everything, Jug. If Elton chose the actor to play Elton, he's gonna go for hotter than reality. That is a good point. That makes...
You went for, like, the hottest guy.
That makes a huge amount of sense. I get
True.
that.
Fair enough.
That's a good point, Stevie. But still,
he could have put on.
It's not a good choice.
He could have packed on a few pounds, like Christian Bale style.
Yeah, or Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
For like Raging Bull or whatever.
There you go.
Anyway, Busey lip syncing for 20 minutes at the end makes me want to kill myself. Oh, that's fair. I don't like. I get why there's reasons to not like the movie, but it did get him a nomination for an Academy Award.
Oh my god.
Yes, it did.
That happens with biopics a lot.
Yeah, exactly. After watching Purple Rain, looked up if the story about his dad dying was true. Nope. Prince's dad outlived Prince. Okay, yeah, sometimes that kind of shit's just thrown in there for drama. Like the movie Patch Adams, there's a bunch of shit that's not true. In fact, most of it's not true. They just wrote in like a love interest that has cancer just cause. Learn some gay culture, G-Bergs. Learn it.
How?
Okay. Google. Jug gets it. Ultimate betrayal. Okay. Yeah, exactly. We were talking about that.
I get why he chose Taron, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't take me out of the movie, personally.
Yeah, and I don't know, if we're talking about like the physical attraction thing, that's not necessarily gay culture, that's just in general. You can get caught up in someone, if that's what we're talking about.
I thought she was talking about him casting Taron Egerton, because he looks nothing like
Taron Egerton.
Egerton, whatever his name is.
Egerton. Yeah, I forget, I think it's Taron Egerton.
Egerton, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
I think that's what they meant.
Ja gets it. Anyway, yeah, we can move on though, I think. We're still talking about the movie, I think. I have the Wikipedia here. And this was released in, 2019? Is it? Yes. And it made...
2 years ago already.
Yeah, it seems like not that long ago, but like, the pandemic kind of made time fly.
It did, yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was 2019 too.
Yeah, and it's now just on Netflix, just like this movie. $40 million budget, which is similar to Jerry Maguire.
Pretty low these days.
Yeah, and honestly it makes sense because it's not like huge name actors, really. There's people that have done stuff, but
Bryce Dallas Howard is in it.
Not huge names though.
She's pretty good at playing a bitch in this.
Very good actors, definitely, but not huge names. 195 million they made. This makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because this was a huge hit. Did it get nominated for awards? Probably.
Oh, probably, yeah.
At least for probably. Oh, another thing about the soundtrack and the songs. The one song in particular, I think it's... Is it actual Rocketman? I forget which one, but it's the one where he's in the pool and there's like the kid in the pool. Yeah, it's Rocketman. And... I hate the kid singing in it. It's like not even.
I had to pause it.
I think she wasn't even on key.
I paused it, went back, and did some other shit. Came back, and then put it on as I was smoking a bowl. So
I remember being like, oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wasn't having fun. It was just really high.
Yeah.
It was really high.
I hated that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, this movie I'm literally 50-50 on it. Hate. Love.
There's such good parts, yeah, and then there's parts that you don't want to take away from it, like, and directing wise, there's just lots of close-ups and like good camera work going on.
And I get what they were trying to do, like with some of the symbolism and some of the music numbers, but it just, I would have rather just seen the actual things happening. You know, just tell it like a story, like it happened in reality. But I don't know. I get it.
We could always watch a documentary on Elton John.
Is there one though?
Probably not, but they could always make one.
But they haven't. All we have is this, so I'm mad about it. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants what?
I'm right there with you.
It should be illegal to record children singing. Oh yeah, if that's what you mean, like the stupid kid. Yeah. Nobody wants that. I get you. They should throw it into the ocean like Kevin Costner threw that kid in Waterworld. Best part of Waterworld, by the way. Fucking get out of here.
Such a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. Well, actually, it's an okay movie with way too high of a budget. I don't know. I think it looks really cool, and Dennis Hopper is fun.
$150 million.
It was just a ridiculous budget and just not worth it for the budget for sure. But I don't think it's a bad movie. I just don't think it's a really good movie either.
We can disagree again.
Fair enough. I don't really like Kevin Costner. I think he's just an underwhelming leading man. He's sort of boring generally to me personally.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. Anyway.
That's fair.
Gotta
watch Bull Durham.
Yeah, Bo Durham or whatever the fuck we're talking about.
Bull.
We'll talk about it in the chat later.
Baseball.
There's other shit we want to watch. I already have watched 2 things that are on the roster for next week, by the way. I watched a documentary about drumming called Count Me In. and I just finished a movie with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston called The Upside, I think, about Kevin Hart is an ex-con and Bryan Cranston is a quadriplegic. I'm not saying that right, but you know what I mean? Like his arms and his legs don't work. He's in a wheelchair, but he's a super rich dude and he needs someone to help take care of him. And he has all these people come in like that are super qualified, but he doesn't end up hiring them. He ends up hiring Kevin Hart. I don't know. I really liked it. Anyway, we're not talking about that. That's next week.
Interesting.
It's called The Upside. It's on Netflix. Stevie, on the list.
Almost sounds like The Untouchables.
The Upside. Count me in. The Upside. Count me in on the list. And we'll try to get to those other movies that you guys suggested. We'll look into that after that. Sorry, what did you say? Untouchables?
The Intouchables, it's called.
Is that the parody?
No, it's a Dustin Hoffman movie.
Oh no. Because there's a parody called The Untouched. I thought there was a parody of something of it called a similar name. Maybe I'm incorrect.
I know The Untouchables is another Kevin Costner movie with Robert De Niro.
Yeah, this is sick. Are you guys familiar with Taboo? It's a stage musical about Boy George.
Boy George.
Written by Boy George. I watched a video production directed by Boy George, starring Boy George as Boy George. No, I've not seen this or heard.
What year did that come out?
It's surreal, but yeah, what year? But George also plays Leigh Bowery. If you guys don't know about Leigh Bowery, I gotta kick your shins. Can you not though? Because I don't know what that is.
I don't like my shins getting.
Yeah, we don't want. That's mean. Anyway, you could just fucking like show us the movie or whatever. Fuck.
That'd be okay.
Gonna have to get into the shin kicking aspect of things. Anyway. But learn about Bowery, I guess. Well, send me a link or something, fuck.
Link it up.
Put it in the movie review, Dream Team group chat. But yeah, thanks for watching, Stevie. You're the only one here. Thanks for being here, my moderator.
Watch Rocketman, Stevie. It's good.
This isn't. You can't even read this that good.
It's good enough. You might like it all.
Yeah. It was
We liked some.
You have anything else to say about it? I think I said we tore into it pretty hard.
Great performances, not the best character development.
The musical numbers are not to our personal liking.
Even when it comes to Bernie, like his kind of right-hand man who writes all of his music, and still writes all of his music, he is kind of the same throughout the whole movie, except for a small stint where he's kind of trying to hang out with some girls, and then he brings them to meet Elton, and he's like by himself, miserable at his own party.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, and then
you don't see much of Bernie, but he's a good actor too.
He doing good. There was a scene that I liked with him.
He's from Billy Elliot.
The one where like Elton John's sort of coming on to him, and he's like, I love you, but not like that. That was a good scene.
Good scene.
I
love you, man.
Exactly. But here, what do we got? Billy Elliot is the motherfucking shit. Well, I've seen Billy Elliot. Is that stuff to do with this?
That's the kid from Billy Elliot as Bernie. Same actor.
Oh, it's the same. Oh, I love Billy Elliot. I know, it's awesome.
Good movie.
Stevie sent a
video that's
dirty, but
inappropriate. Oh, is that the
Oh, okay, I'll watch this later.
Taboo trailer.
You can't play this right now. You have to send it to me privately. We'll listen to it later. We might get sued or whatever. Or they'll take it, or at least they'll mute the audio, probably. Anyways. Let's move on. Billy Elliot is the motherfucking shit. Oh, alright. Yeah, Stevie, I know. It's the way it goes sometimes. What do we got here? Rocketman. What do we got here on Wikipedia? Is there anything that I'm missing? The casting, Taron Egerton. And yeah, we talked about everything, I think, honestly, that we need to. Are we ready to rate it?
I think so.
Okay. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
son.
because I'm literally half and half
He
on
does
it.
not like this movie.
I'm literally
I
half
was
and
gonna
half
go
on
like
it.
7.5 on this.
I'm giving it 5 out of 10 because the dance numbers or whatever, the musical numbers, they piss me off so much.
There was a little bit too much dancing. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Six
Go
and a
with your
half.
heart. Don't let me persuade you too much.
6.5 out of 10 on this.
Okay. 6.5 out of 10. I'm giving it 5. I don't know why. I just erased it. I don't know why. I just wrote it 5 again. 5 out of 10. And 6.5 for G-Birds. But yeah, I don't know. That could have been better, in my opinion.
Definitely could have been better.
And like in obvious ways, you know.
That's fair.
To me.
That is fair.
So that's it.
That's it, man.
Do you want to do a goodbye dance with me?
Yeah. While I'm here, why not?
Okay, so not that it's not gonna be the Benny Hill. It's gonna be the fun goodbye dance.
Oh, okay.
And it's gonna be like 2 minutes or so, if that's okay.
That's perfect. That's
okay.
how long my workout regimens usually are.
All right, I'm gonna read this chat, and then we'll do the dance. And you say I'm so mean because I'm asking you to send me the private link. No kiss. Well, let's dance. And then he gotta buy me dinner first.
They're so intense.
Let's get to it. Okay.
Stevie, you're intense.
What? We're not in a wigwam or an igloo. Those are tents. Okay,
Oh.
or a teepee. Is it igloo's not? Is it a tent? I don't know.
I don't know.
What is this?
It's a shelter.
What's the scientific definition of a tent? Let me know. Okay.
A shelter.
Here's the song. Takes a little while to come in. Yeah. It has no rhyme or reason. Oh, hi. Yeah, hi. Okay. Give a little bit of
chair action.
Get in on that chair. Oh shit!
Oh, the skinny. Oh, I totally blocked your jump.
It's okay. We'll do one more.
Yeah.
Alright, let's give it a chair.
Gotta do hair first. Every prop is good.
Yeah.
Woo! Yes.
Alright, G-Birds, good job.
Thank you, sir. We are awkward as hell.
We did it though.